If you find yourself being nervous, awkward, or unnatural when you're starting your podcast, your YouTube, or your video content, then you landed on the right video. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is completely natural on camera. It takes time, but there are also methods that you can use that I have used to help hundreds of people do exactly this. So throughout this video, you're going to learn exactly how to be completely natural on camera, not nervous, not awkward, and flow so you can get the best content. My name's Ryan. This is exactly what I do. And that is exactly what we're going to do today so you can go ahead and record your podcast while remaining natural and not nervous. Let's get started. The first thing that gets people tripped up before they hit that record button is the big A word, and that's anxiety. What I do is meditation, right? I have a daily meditation practice that allows me to be completely natural in the moment. But this is not going to be my advice to you. My advice to you is to do whatever you would do to calm your anxiety in regular life. And what that probably is going to be thinking about somebody other than yourself. So when you're recording your podcast or your YouTube video or any video of any kind, you're not going to be thinking about you. You're going to be thinking about the person on the other side. So when you get into that podcast and you're there, the guest is there, you are probably the producer and the interviewer, right? You have multiple jobs. Think about, if you have a guest, think about them. If you don't have a guest, think about the person who's watching it on the other side. This takes any of the anxiety or pressure off of you and puts it on them, the person that's watching it. Because now they're ready to receive the information because you're ready to give it to them. It is a transactional, transformational experience. So, to wrap it up, the first technique is to use whatever you would normally use to calm your anxiety, whether that's going for a walk, meditation, breathing. There's great breathwork exercises out there that are incredible in these situations. But whatever it might be, make sure you do that before you hop on. Once you do hop on, make it about the guest, the person you're there with, or if you don't have a guest, make it about the person on the other side. If you're ready to give the information and you're natural, then they're ready to naturally receive the information. As you go through your podcast journey or your video journey, you're going to discover something, which is people don't actually care. And this is step number 2 in calming your anxiety and being natural on camera. You're the only person who cares how you look, how you talk, how you act, and how you feel on camera. You're the only one, because everybody else is thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about you. So step number 2 is to understand that this isn't even about you. That's great. That helps us. That solves our problem. Because when we're in our head, it's about us. But if we're in their head, it's about them. So step number 2 is understanding and accepting that nobody on earth is as critical about ourselves as we are. And that takes the pressure off of us. And if we know that everybody is thinking about themselves and their problems and their challenges and the reality of their life in this situation, it takes that pressure off of us, and it makes it so much easier for us to hit record and create our podcast or our YouTube video. All right. So we're calming our anxiety. We're making about them instead of us. And step number 3 is very, very simple. It is letting the guest do the work. If you are fortunate enough to have a podcast where you have guests, the best thing you can do is let them do the work. What I mean by that is you are the one throwing the ball and they are the one dunking the ball. You're always throwing, they're always dunking. You are the assist. You are the person who passes it and then they shoot, right? So make it about them. Lean into them. If you're on a podcast virtually, look at them. As you're recording, do not have your self view on. If you do have your self view on, pin them to the screen. If you have two screens, put them on the main screen in front of you so you can look at them while they're talking and you can look at them while you're talking. So you're always focused on them, not yourself. If you have a solo video where you're just recording you, it's the same thing. Imagine that somebody's watching you talk. If you were in a group of people, public speaking, you wouldn't be looking at you. That's impossible. You wouldn't be looking at the sky. You wouldn't be looking at the ground. You would be looking at everybody else. So that is step number 3. When you're recording videos, whether it's podcasts, YouTube videos, phone videos, TikTok, it doesn't matter. You need to focus on the person you're there with, if that's a guest, or the person on the other side. Let them do the work. You are the vessel, right? You are the one talking. They are the one receiving. This is about them, not about you. So if you're thinking, now I have some tactics to calm my anxiety, not be nervous, and be natural when I'm recording my podcast or videos, but the problem is, what do I actually do? How do I actually record it? What do I say? What's my topic, right? What's my script? Well, why don't I make your life even easier? In the description of this video, for today's video, I added something called Script Science. Script Science gives you 10 to 20 different title ideas that other podcasters have already used. These podcasts have thousands of downloads, thousands of views across YouTube and podcast platforms. These are tried and tested. They already work. So what you're going to do is download the guide and use those ideas and fill in your topics, your industry, your profession, right? So that's what Script Science does for you. It allows you to not be nervous, be calm, be very natural on camera, because it gives you ideas that actually resonate with the person on the other side, just like we talked about. So I went ahead and put that in the description or show notes of this episode so you can download it completely free today and go ahead and record your videos. Because listen, your prospects, if you sell something online, if you sell anything, right, are listening to podcasts. They're just not listening to yours yet until you hit record. My name is Ryan from Podcast Principles. This is what I do every single week here on YouTube and my podcast. So if you want more videos on how to actually turn your expertise into easy, simple content on camera, go ahead and subscribe if you enjoyed. Thanks, and I'll see you on the next one.